Hello, got a bit distracted there, but I'm actually in Gothenburg for today, and I'm thinking about vlogging a bit. I'm gonna go and visit some, like, what can I say, some memorabilia places with memorabilia, so to say. And one of those places is not so far away from here, with foot. So I'm gonna walk there in a bit. I'm just gonna grab some breakfast because when I'm traveling early in the morning, I do not like eating breakfast when I'm at home, basically. So I'm gonna do that just now, and then I'm gonna go to like the monument where people lost their life in the so-called Diskotekbranden, the discotheque fire here in Gothenburg. And it's not so far away from the station. It's actually like a 30 minutes walk, but we're gonna go there in a bit. And this is will be before because today I'm actually just in Gothenburg to visit like my brother, and we're gonna celebrate his birthday. It's just gonna be me, him, and my sister-in-law and their children. So that's basically that. But I wanted to vlog for a bit while I'm here, and yeah, hopefully that will probably be everything that I will see here today, because I didn't really like decide other places where I'm gonna vlog, but I'm just gonna be locally today before I go to my brother. And I actually have an appointment today here as well, because basically my piercer who did pierce my face like a couple years ago, he actually moved here. So I have an appointment before I go to my brother, so I'm gonna be doing that as well. But I wanted to just go and see this monument of the victims whose lives were lost in this fire. And this was actually 26 years ago. And next month around Halloween is actually anniversary. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna leave, and I don't know if I will want to take that long walk, because I realized that my appointment is in 1.5 hours. So I think I'm just gonna take the tram over there to vblog, because we're going there. And yeah, so let's see what just happened today before I'm gonna meet my family, my folks. So hi again. So we're gonna go with the trams, and I kind of just I want to go and see how the monument for the Diskotekbranden look like. So we're gonna go there. It's a beautiful weather today. Usually somebody told me it's always rainy here, which is true. It always rains when I'm here, but not every time. So we're lucky with the weather. And yeah, and we're just gonna, I think it's the tram we're going with, because we're gonna go to Hisingen. And Hisingen is basically this island here in Gothenburg that a lot of people used to live. Both of my brothers used to live there. I think my other brother still lives there. I'm not sure. It was kind of over here apparently. It must be a bus actually. I don't think it's a tram. But yeah. And I'm gonna be here not the whole day. I've just realized, since one of my brothers not coming, even if he was coming, then I probably would have come the other day actually. But yeah. But yeah. And I'm gonna be here not the whole day. I've just realized, since one of my brothers not coming, even if he was coming, then I probably would have come the other day actually. But yeah. So we're just gonna wait for that bus to depart, and I swear then I will be on my way back here again. So oh my god. I don't have also. So it looks like we have to take the bus. I thought it was a tram, but it was apparently the bus. So I'm gonna take the bus, and then we're gonna be there, and then we'll see what happens. It's not so. I don't think this is gonna be like. I think it's like one of those sightseeing places where people don't actually visit, to be honest. A lot of people know about the Diskotekbranden, but they don't know the story. So I thought it would be like a fun addition to my YouTube channel, because I like to visit different places and talk about it. And yeah, I don't think the bus has arrived, so we probably will be on time. I think that yeah, I look good today. I look good today for a Catholic family dinner too. So yeah, and this is just gonna be like a small vlog. I think next time when I come to Gothenburg, I wanna visit like this valley. Okay, so the bus will soon arrive. Then I'm gonna be there, and it's gonna be the first time ever. It feels so surreal because usually when I'm in Gothenburg, I always visit people here, or we go to places here, but like I think that what I'm trying to do is just to like vlog as I travel, because traveling is a lot of fun. Yeah, and I think that's my bus. Okay, so I arrived at the place, and I think it's actually on this side here where like the monument for like the Diskotekbranden is. This was almost 30 years ago, and people here lost their life in this fire because it was some kids who didn't want to pay for like the fee to get in, so they decided to like so they basically decide that they want to start a fire inside the location in where we are going right now. We're not going inside the location because for some reason you have to like, I think you have to like let them know in beforehand. It's not I wouldn't say it's a museum, but it's like kind of like a memorial place, and I think we're almost are there. Yeah, I think I'm actually seeing it right now. So basically you can actually go inside the place too, but you have to like, I think, okay, so we're almost here, and I think that I'm seeing it. So yeah, basically it was people here almost 26 years ago, I believe, lost their lives when they were gonna go to like it was supposed to be like a Halloween party. So they basically lost their lives, and yeah, actually we're actually, so it's actually just way over here, and yeah, and it's just way over there. This monumental thing is way over here. So yeah, I didn't realize it was gonna be so loud here, but basically what happened is that 26 years ago, teenagers all around Gothenburg, to be precisely, decided to go to this party that is actually just right around here. Sorry, it's just right around here. And so they decided that they was going to have like a Halloween party. It was originally only going to be like a small birthday party, but for some reason the words got out, and suddenly teenagers and young adults from all of Gothenburg came to this party, and it was too many people. So by the end of the night, some teenagers that had like a foreign background decided for some reason they wanted to get into the party like for free, but they kind of only have like a small fee, but they for some reason they decided to ruin the party, and they decided to go to like the back building and like ruin it. So that's what happened. And and this is actually what a monument looks like, and this is basically like, I do believe that this is like where loved ones and friends of the victims is placing the flowers. And by next month, it's almost 26 years ago since all of these teenagers and like young adults lost their lives. And this is actually what a monument looks like, and this is basically like, I do believe that this is like where loved ones and friends of the victims is placing the flowers. And by next month, it's almost 26 years ago since all of these teenagers and like young adults lost their lives. And I didn't realize it was going to be so much traffic. But yeah, so basically that is what has happened. Personally, I don't know. I have never been here before, but my brothers lives in Gothenburg. We've never been here together. So yeah, this is something that I wanted to visit. I have never been here. It's so strange that you go to Gothenburg a lot of times, but you don't visit this exact location. Basically that is what has happened. And right now, it was supposed to be like a good evening for all of these teenagers, because it was like break and they were going to go to a Halloween party. Actually be here. I have never been here before, like I said, but it still feels a bit personal. And yeah, so this is where the fire took place, and today is just like a memorial. It's like, I wouldn't call it a museum, but it's like a memorial thing. You can actually go inside and look. I don't think it's open right now because it's very early. And I think I just wanted to say that it's very common that people come here, and the people who survived the fire actually comes here, and they sometimes hold like lectures or something. So yeah. And I think that you have to book this, because it's like this, they have this homepage or something for people whose parents, the victims of the parents and stuff like that. They have like a website or something that you can look this up if you want to go inside and look. I want to go inside and look at some point, but this was just kind of spontaneous for me. But yeah, and it happened like right here. And what I can remember is like people actually jumped out the windows. It's not much to see actually, but yeah, but it's actually, but yeah, so that's that. It's not much to see here. It's just that it happened in this location. I think it's actually up there. The party was actually more upstairs, I believe, because I don't see anything currently, and this is actual thing you can go inside and look. I don't think it's open today, and you can actually see the victims of the fire. Their things is actually on display, was gonna say actually. So it's kind of weird coming to see and like pay your kind of respect, especially if you feel like it was a bit personal. Like I said, I don't know anybody who like lost their lives in the fire. I was a small kid. I have never met anybody like this, but it's yeah, it's floor, because it happens like this when the party happened. The disco was actually, there was actually like other businesses here as well, because when they rented a place, it was with other businesses, and this was not the only. And the place where this party held at was so small, like they were like over 400 people, and it used to be like a big line way over here. And by the end of the evening, like survivors actually jumped through the windows too. It's so surreal that it happens around. Some actually survived by jumping through the windows even. It was so like, it was still a bit shocking for me, because yeah, it was still a bit shocking to me, because I never realized it. Like when I read about this, I was like teenager, and I always wanted to come to this location. It was just like, no, over there. So it's like here, and I think people should, like, if you are in Gothenburg often, if you heard about this, just come and like, I guess, pay your respects. Yeah. Natten till den 30 oktober 1999 utbröt en stor brand på denna plats. 63 ungdomar miste sina liv och flertal skadades. Göteborg, en stad i sorg. So yeah, that's basically it. It's not a lot to like I said, it was gonna just be a small vlog. So yeah, and I wasn't gonna stay here for much long actually. It's like, and basically they lost their lives because a person didn't want to pay the fee when they were inside to come inside to the party. When they basically, the people who, like, one of the survivors, his name is Bob, he actually survived this fire, and he said that they just had like a small fee just to get in, and there were just a lot of people here. So yeah, that's basically it. A lot of people who'd survived, they had a lot of they had a lot of burn marks or something. Not burn marks, but they were burned all through their bodies. Yeah. It's still surreal for me to even be here today, because this is something that I have just seen on television and like read about. It's still so surreal. Like, all of these teenagers were just going to like a party, and then like things got ruined because somebody didn't want to pay the fees. It's like it's still hard to believe that people would want to do that. And another thing about this was that most of these teenagers here who lost their life, they were like, a lot of people had like foreign backgrounds, so they like so it was like a mix of teenagers. It's still so real for me to be here. I'm like I'm somebody who, I like true crime cases and stuff like that. This was actually solved, but it's still like, I don't know how you can go to a party and you want to ruin it for everybody else, and then in the end all of these people lost their lives. And the youngest one here, she was only 12. The youngest one here was just only 12 of the victims, and the oldest one was 25, I believe. So all of these people, all these kids, teenagers, were just gonna have a fun time. And what was so significant with this was that it was a party that they didn't have any adults. So yeah, I have no words for this. I'm usually somebody who talk a lot, but for this I have no words. And this looks like probably one of the loved one left flowers here. This is actually new for me to see. I have not seen this one before. 63 people lost their life. 63 people. And it's just very so yeah, it's so like, when you think about it, like nowadays from my understanding, when I grew up, I actually was like, I think it was 6 or 7 when this whole thing happened here. I'm actually gonna leave now. Dude, I don't know what to say. It's like so surreal. At the same time, you're here and you have seen it. I think that next time when I'm here, I'm actually gonna, if it's allowed, if I can, I will just vlog inside, because I want to see how it looks like. I realized that one of the people who lost their life in this fire, they were actually a couple, and one of them actually tried to, I think he was trying to get out from the windows, but he decided for some reason not to, and they were together, and people realized they were together. So even in that, they couldn't be like apart. It's actually, I think it's often this window's like right here. I'm trying not to film the cars, but it was actually up these windows where people actually jumped down to like the fire vehicles that were here, because like close to midnight, the first fire truck came and firefighters came to rescue people from here, and then they have to work very hard. It was like they have to take out as much people as possible that could be saved, and afterwards, after that, they stopped when the clock was basically 2 or 3 in the morning the next day, like and so basically afterwards 63, and a lot of those who survived, they were flown to different hospitals in Sweden. I don't know if they came to, I don't know if they were like, I think some even have to be transported to I don't know if it was Denmark or Norway for care, but yeah. And when that happened afterwards, people were like so shocked. Some people had burn scars and stuff like that, burn marks. That was life permanently. Some people, their life was changed forever by this incident. And so that's why there are a lot of documentaries, like interviews on television. I wouldn't say it's a documentary, but they talk about this, like, and one of the reasons why also a lot of people didn't evacuate was because those people, the people who had a party here and who organized it, they had to move a lot of furnitures from the location, so just so they can make room. And so that was one of the reasons why they couldn't escape from the other place. And yeah, it was just a nightmare. You can just tell it from whenever survivors talk about the Diskotekbranden, that it's just awful. I have no word for this. So it's still sorry, it's just surreal to be here. So yeah, it's just that it's one of those incidents where you see it on television and it's not so far where you live, but then you decide to come and then it's like, it's not how I expect it to be. Oh, I hope next time when I'm here and when I got in touch with, I do believe it's like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like an organization for those who survived a fire and their loved ones actually started this so that they could like, and I think there are the ones who are actually, you have to book with them or something just to get inside and look. So yeah, but it's like a beautiful monument, not gonna lie. I'm not ready to actually leave just yet. But it's I have no word for this, honestly. It's so surreal to be here. It's a very beautiful place. I really like how they have done with this place. It's so surreal to be here. This is actually where it happens. Like, I can't believe it. Yeah. So everybody here has lost their life. Like, rest in peace. Like, you will see your loved ones on the other side. Just unbelievable for me. All these teenagers, like kids, like teenagers. It's just so crazy. Like, people who were like so greedy with wanting to get in for free for something that it didn't cost a lot of money, decided to ruin a party and then decide that hello. So I just finished my appointment with the piercer, and I kind of went there because my piercer actually lives here in Gothenburg now. So yeah, and I just took the moment to get that done, and it's finished. And I actually pierced my belly button today. I'm not gonna show it because I'm basically in a romper, so I don't want to show it, and I didn't do it in the studio. I'm not in a hurry, but I think I will just show it when I'm at home or something, or anywhere that I can use some air in private. And yeah. And now that I don't know what the heck I'm going, I'm actually just going to go back to the station. Just gonna find the nearest tram from here, go back to the station, and then I'm just gonna go to my brother's place. And so far it's been like it's not been a long day. It's like a lot of things to Gothenburg has a lot of things to offer. I could see myself live here actually. Maybe when I'm back from my journey in Japan, I could consider myself studying here. Because I actually did apply for like a, not in a school in Gothenburg, but something was outside of Gothenburg, so yeah. So I think we're in like a shopping district soon, but I just have to keep my eye on like where the trampers are going, and I think I'm seeing them from way over here, but yeah. This is so spontaneously, but this is Asafra's bookstore. Oh my god, I absolutely love Good Omens, and that was Asafra's bookstore. Like, internationally, the English bookshop, definitely his bookshop. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe end the vlog somewhere here actually, because I'm gonna visit my folks, and this was gonna be a long vlog anyways, but and I love this. This sci-fi store here is even bigger than the one in Malmö, near where I live. So yeah, that's the vlog from Gothenburg. I decided to end the vlog there because I was actually just going to pierce my belly button, and then I went to my brother, and that's what I did that day. So I decided to guys end the vlog there, and see you in the next one, and yeah.